Hello students, I am Erasma Mulla Miss from Modern English High School. Today we will read and understand the poem Meadow Surprises. Walk across a green field, a park, or even under a clump of trees, and you will notice many wonderful things. What are some of the surprises a meadow has for someone with a keen eye and a sharp ear? Now, students, what is the meaning of the word meadow? Meadow is an area of grassland. Let us read the poem. Meadows have surprises. You can find them if you look. Walk softly through the velvet grass and listen by the brook. You may see a butterfly rest upon a buttercup and unfold its drinking straws to sip the nectar up. You may scare a rabbit who is still sitting very still, though at first you may not see him when he hops. You will. A dandelion whose fuzzy head was golden days ago has turned to airy parachutes that flutter when you blow. Explore the meadow houses, the burrows in the ground, a nest beneath tall grasses, the ants' amazing mound. Oh, meadows have surprises and many things to tell. You may discover these yourself if you look and listen well. Louis Brandit Phillips. Now, my dear students, meadow is an area of grassland. Here, velvet means soft. What is a buttercup? A small, shiny yellow wild flower. The meaning of nectar is the sweet liquid found in flowers on which birds and butterflies feed. Dandelion means a wild small plant with a bright yellow flower. Explore to travel around a place in order to learn about something. Burrows are shelters, holes, and mound means heap or pile. Now, my dear students, the summary of the poem is like this. The meadows offer several surprises to the one who has an eager eye to look at it. Walking on the soft velvety grass, no one can listen to the sound of the brook. You may see a butterfly sipping nectar from the flowers. All such sights give immense pleasure. These sights are no less than the nature's surprise gift. Walking further on, one may find a rabbit hidden in the grass. One may not be able to see it at first, but soon it would hop in front of you because it would be scared. A dandelion that was golden a couple of days ago would have also bloomed. One could find several houses in the meadows. There would be burrows in the ground, nests beneath the tall grasses, mounds for ants, and so on. For every person, there would be something or the other that may throw a surprise. Now, my dear students, the meaning of the phrase velvet grass means soft grass that almost feels like fur or velvet. Drinking straw here means that it appears as if the butterflies are sipping nectar from the flowers with the straws. Meadow houses are a reference to several houses which inhabit the insects, birds, and animals that live in the meadows, such as burrows, nests, and mounds. The amazing mound is a reference to a mound created by the ants as their dwelling place. Now, fuzzy head refers to the heads of the bright yellow flowers of dandelion which have a beautiful texture. Now, my dear students, what must have been called as the drinking straw by the poet? The proboscis of the insects are called the drinking straws. Which sounds does the poet want us to listen in the poem? Meadow surprises, the flowing of a brook. What is compared with airy parachutes? The dandelion's head is compared to a airy parachutes. Which word in the poem refers to sweet liquid found in flowers? The nectar. Who can feel the delight of the surprises that meadows offer? An eager passerby with his eyes and ears wide open. Which word in the poem means holes in the ground? Burrows. When can we enjoy the surprises of the meadows? If we look and listen well. Now, my dear students, what kind of surprises could be found while walking on the grass? Walking on the velvet soft grass, one derives immense pleasure. Why is one unable to see a rabbit at first? One is unable to spot at first a rabbit in the grass because it is sitting very still. Only when it hops, one is able to see it. What is the butterfly busy doing? The butterfly seems to be busy in sucking the nectar from the flowers. It appears as if the butterfly uses a drinking straw to do so. Now, which all houses are characterized by the term meadow houses? Burrows in the ground meant for small animals, nests beneath the tall grass for birds, and mounds for ants are the various houses that are characterized by the term meadow houses. While exploring the meadows, one can see all of these. Now, what are the various sights that one comes across in the meadow? In the meadows, one comes across beautiful sights. One is able to see butterflies sipping nectar from the flowers. You encounter a rabbit that suddenly hops in front of you. One is able to see dandelions transform from buds to flowers and seek the pleasure of seeing them flutter. Only in the meadows it is possible to see burrows, mounds, nests, all places nearly in the same area. The feeling of walking through the soft velvet like grass can only be understood by those who have been to the meadows. Now, what surprises do the meadows have to offer you? Meadows have many surprises to offer you in the form of pleasure, of the sounds of the brook, and the feeling of the soft velvet grass. Why is it great pleasure to walk through the meadow? It is a great pleasure to walk through the meadow because the grass is as soft as velvet that gives you a pleasant walk. A comparison is made by the poet in the last two lines of the given stanza. What is compared to what? In the last two lines, the poet compares the proboscis of the butterfly to a drinking straw, which is used by humans to drink cold water and juice, that is, and unfold its drinking straws to sip the nectar up. Now, what does the poet refer to meadow houses? The houses of birds' nests beneath the tall grasses, the dwelling of the rabbits, burrows in the ground, and mounds for ants are called meadow houses by the poet. What is amazing about the mounds of the ants? The mounds of the ants are made of such soft soil that it is extremely difficult to pile the way the ants do. They work very diligently to create their houses. Which all surprises must the poet be talking about in this stanza? The poet talks about surprises of the beauty of nature, like amazing chirping sounds of the birds and humming sounds of the bees and insects. He also talks about the soft velvety grass and the beautiful greenery all around. My dear students, you must have understood the poem. Read the poem and understand.